All right, today we're gonna pop the hood on the viral engine, that hidden machinery, that psychology that makes social media so powerful and sometimes, almost impossible to put down. Let's dive in.
I mean, we've all been there, right? You just mean to check one thing on your phone, and then you look up and, whoa, 45 minutes are just gone. You're way down the rabbit hole of some feed, and you can't even remember why you started. Turns out, that feeling isn't an accident at all.
And this is the most important thing to get right up front. That feeling of being sucked in, it's not some personal weakness. It's not a lack of willpower. It's the system working exactly as it was designed to. It's an engine built to grab your attention. And right now, we're gonna take that engine apart, piece by piece.
Okay, so let's start with the most fundamental layer, the actual mechanics that make these platforms so sticky. The best way to think about your social media feed isn't as a newspaper, but as a slot machine that's been perfectly engineered for your brain.
The psychological principle behind this is something called a variable ratio schedule. It's a fancy term, but the idea is simple. It means you get a reward, but you have no idea when it's coming. It could be on the very next pull, or maybe the 10th, or maybe the 100th. That not knowing, that uncertainty, is the exact same reason gambling is so addictive. And it's the exact model your feed is built on.
And this sets up this incredibly powerful loop. First, you take an action. You pull down to refresh your feed. That's the lever pull. Then comes the unpredictable reward. Will it be a viral video, a like on your photo, a message from a friend, or just more of the same old stuff? That maybe, that's the magic ingredient. It triggers a rush of dopamine, the anticipation chemical in your brain. And that little chemical hit makes you want to do just one thing, pull the lever again.
So if the addictive mechanic is the engine, what's the fuel, right? What kind of content actually powers this thing and keeps us pulling that lever? Well, the answer comes down to a really specific group of emotions.
This comes from some really fascinating research by a marketing professor, Dr. Jonah Berger. And what he found was that the stuff that goes viral isn't just emotional. It has to trigger what he calls high arousal emotions. Think about things like awe or anger or anxiety. They literally get your heart rate up. Compare that to low arousal emotions like sadness or contentment. They just don't create that same physical need to do something.
And here is the absolute game changer. When a post makes you really angry or anxious, your body has a physical response. Your brain feels that tension, that energy, and it needs a release valve. And what's the easiest, fastest way to release it? Hit share. Sharing isn't just a social thing, it's a physiological release. It's your brain taking a deep breath and going, okay, I did something about that feeling.
So you've got this engine, and you've got this emotional fuel. But what's steering it? Well, this brings us to the final, and maybe the deepest, layer of the whole thing. How this engine taps into our ancient, hardwired, evolutionary need to belong to the tribe.
So you're scrolling, and you see a number like this on a post. It's huge. It immediately grabs your attention. And right away, your brain takes a massive shortcut. Because that isn't just a number. It's a social signal. A really, really loud one.
This is all about something called social proof. See, for thousands and thousands of years, being rejected by your tribe could literally mean death. So our brains are wired to trust the crowd. When we see a post with 100,000 likes, our prefrontal cortex, the logical part of our brain, it just kind of outsources the decision. It says, well, the tribe has spoken. This must be important. And so we like it, we share it, and a lot of the time we're just signaling, hey, I get it, I'm with you guys, I'm part of the group.
Now, this whole social imperative thing has a particularly powerful side effect. It's managed to turn one very specific, high arousal emotion into a kind of online currency. And that emotion is outrage.
The term for this is virtue signaling. When you share a post that makes you angry, you're not just sharing an opinion, you're broadcasting your moral position to your group. It's a super fast way to say, I'm a good person who's against this bad thing. And that act itself gives you a little dopamine hit, a reward for shoring up your status in the tribe. It makes taking a stand as easy as a single click.
So beyond that rush of outrage, there's a quieter, more constant feeling that keeps us hooked to the feed. And that's the deep-seated fear of being left behind.
We all know it as FOMO, the fear of missing out. But it's another one of these ancient biological instincts. We are hardwired to keep track of where we stand in the social pecking order. The problem is, social media isn't real life. It's everybody's curated highlight reel. When we see that endless parade of perfect vacations and job promotions, it can actually trigger the part of our brain that registers physical pain. So what do? We keep scrolling, almost like a defense mechanism, just to make sure we're not falling too far behind. So,
When you put all of these pieces together, this is what you get. You get the viral engine. It's a slot machine mechanic that's addictive by its very nature. It's fueled by intense, high-arousal emotions, and it's all built on our deepest evolutionary wiring, our need for social proof and our fear of being left out. It's just a perfect storm of psychology and technology.
And that really is the big question, isn't it? Just knowing how this all works doesn't magically break the spell, but it does give you a roadmap. It lets you see the code. So the next time you find yourself deep in that scroll hole, you can ask yourself, what part of the engine has me right now? Is it the dopamine loop? Is it the outrage, the FOMO? And maybe the most important question of all, are you the one driving, or is it the engine?